Hello everyone, welcome to Harv's World for another day on Island Life. And I'm going to tell you, I haven't had a chance to touch this map since the last stream I did. So things are a bit of a mess, but at least for today I've got at least one helper. Sharko Gaming is here with me today. Say hi, Sharko.
Hello, everyone.
Hope you can hear him okay. If not, let me know. We'll adjust some settings here, but we should be good to go. And Caveman's going to be joining me on Island Life too, just not today, due to a technical mix-up on my end. I'd have sworn I did something. Apparently I didn't. And so, in the future, we'll probably have a couple people. You guys set some pretty serious goals, and I got to thinking about 15 fields is going to be the goal on this map, and that's a lot for one guy to manage. Not to say I couldn't do it. I could, but these guys were ready to step in and help. In fact, it was Sharko's idea to come on and be a helper. So that's what we're doing. Everything is a bit of a train wreck, you can see. We're going to get it all sorted, get fields planted, get some money coming in. Very much appreciate it. And welcome everybody. We have got Juicy, Evan, Robert Walker, and Panzer IV Tiger, the tank himself. I'm just going to call you Tank Panzer. Is that okay? Anyway, we're going to get started and figure out what we're doing. The first thing I'm going to do is get some money and actually look at my fields and see where do I stand. Now at the moment, I still have 10, 11, and 12. 10 and 11 have been merged. They still have alfalfa in them. So it's growing. Who knows when that will be ready to harvest again, but I'm going to leave that in alfalfa. 12, what does 12 need? 12 is ready to be planted. I think I might have a plan for that. And 57 is ready to be planted also. So that's going to be our first goal. I'm going to sell off a few things, get some money in, and then we've got 12 and 57 to plant. And I did want to look at one thing. If we have it installed, I might just go for it, and I can't remember where it was. Because I was thinking about going ahead and doing the grapes. That might be... No, that's not in here. The grape harvester is in here. But I was thinking about getting some grapes started, because the last time I did grapes, they took a long time to grow. But that wasn't on a Cazz map, so I don't know for sure how that's going to... how long that's going to take. Probably under planters, right? And it would be the dam con. I might have to install that, though. Okay, we're not going to be able to do grapes today because the grape planter's not installed. So I will have to sort that out. We'll do grapes another time. No harm, no foul.
Grapes can be planted using a normal planter.
You gotta be kidding me.
No, I'm looking at it right now.
Okay. Well, then we're going to put grapes in field 12.
Or cedar, sorry. I don't know about a planter. I know cedar can plant them. Red
Well,
grapes and white grapes.
I have got a hardy cedar. So if you want to take the Stera over to field 12 and just plant those in rows, you'll probably need the big fent for that.
That I will.
I can use the little fent to pull this trailer around and sell stuff off.
That's
Except I need the dolly though.
That you do need.
So what do you know, Sharko? Anything good?
Not much.
Now, if you guys don't know, if you're not familiar with Sharko, which most people who've been following my channel, at least to some degree, as far as streams and such go, Sharko has been a good friend to Harv's World, a very good friend. He's an admin on my Discord. He is also a 3D printing maniac who's making 3D printed merch for Harv's World these days. So...
What field? 54 you said? Or 57?
No, 13.
Okay. Oh, 13.
It's a nice straight field that should make nice straight rows of grapes.
So you don't own 13, you own 12.
12, I mean. The one
Okay.
next to 13. Andrew, how you doing? Good to have you, man. So, and Andrew actually reminds me of why I'm doing this stream at this time, because most of the time I've been doing them at 8 p.m. my time, but I had forgotten that I intended to do an afternoon stream, at least my time afternoon, to give the European community a little better opportunity to experience the Harv's World streams. I hadn't done that in a while, and you have my apologies. Words cannot begin to express how busy I have been. Truly. It's absolutely crazy how busy things have gone. Evan, how you doing, buddy? Good to have you, man. You must be off school today. That COVID mess, I'm sure, has your school schedule all kinds of mucked up.
What grapes do you want, red or white?
Oh, either one. Just don't mix them. Like I need to say that.
Half of it red, half of it white.
Oh, that's good to hear, Juicy. Yeah, I'm glad to you know. So I was looking at my YouTube statistics not long ago, and so it says 41% of my audience. 41% of my audience is from the U.S. Well, you know what that means? That means 60% or 59%, if you want to get to specifics, is from everywhere else in the world, which is fantastic. I mean, if you've watched any of my videos, especially the world tour videos, you know how much I like to learn about and share information about other cultures. And so it was important to me to be able to that's what I want to do, tag that so I know exactly where I'm going. And I know it's right around here somewhere. Oh, yeah, of course it's behind me. Because why wouldn't it be? Now, I'll be honest with you, I don't know how long I will be able to stream afternoons, because on the plus side, things are looking up a little bit, and I did get a job interview scheduled today. It's not going to happen for a couple of weeks, but does this thing really not open until 9? Does it have hours on the sign? 9 a.m. Well, at least Cazz was nice enough to put the hours on the sign. So you know what that means? That means I'm going to speed up time to 9 a.m. There we go. Hey, look at that. They opened up just especially for me. And Plubsy, how you doing, man? Haven't seen you around in a while, but good to get back in touch. The job that this is the funny part too, is I literally turned in this job application 6 months ago. No exaggeration. 6 months ago, and they just got back to me. It is with the government. It is all about records retention. $19,000 income. Outstanding. Managing electronic records, which I did extensively in my previous occupation. So it's ensuring accuracy of electronic records, stuff like that. Basically, when forms are filled out, turned in, whatever, you need to ensure they're accurately entered into a database and imaged appropriately, stuff like that. I mean, it's pretty dry stuff, but I enjoy it.
I might run out of seeds before this field's done.
Well, we can solve that little problem.
But I think this was full.
Oh, so grape is eating a lot of seed?
Uh-huh.
Have you seen how much seed hemp takes on these fields?
I feel like red grapes is more.
It very well. It's a good thing it's a small field, small-ish field, I should say.
Yeah.
All right, I'll bring you some seed.
I might be good though. I don't know.
Well, either way, I mean, we've got a whole other big field to plant, so
That's
we're
true.
going to need the seed. And I had to rebuild this whole map. Everything I'd done on this map I had to rebuild because Cazz updated it, and
Hmm.
it was not conducive to add the industries back in. I loved my previous job, and I mean, it sounds maybe a little bit hokey, but I believe it's true, and I feel this way about it, is when I got my job working for state government, um, I really believe it was my calling. As cheesy as that might sound, I genuinely believe that working in government for the people, and I'm not one of those guys who says for the people and then doesn't believe that. I try to, I tried to be as helpful as possible. Government is notoriously difficult to work with sometimes, and I was always very empathetic with my customers and tried to understand their position and go, yeah, I know. You call the government, you get transferred around. You call one person, they say, "Hey Zeke, how you doing, man? Howdy again." I just saw Zeke and I were watching Mouse 2222 stream on Chellington Valley, and once again we meet again. Cole, how you doing, man? Good to have you. I think you kids are pretty lucky. I mean, COVID has kind of made school life a little bit easy on you. Not that
Hmm.
COVID has made anything easy on anybody. Don't get the wrong impression, but
Definitely not there.
but anyway, my previous job in government was very interesting. I dealt with a lot of people from a lot of different walks of life, and that's not what I wanted to do. I wanted you. Thank you. Go away. Oh, no, I need that because I need to take Charco seed. I got to Charco seed first and then go sort out other things. Robert, I'm not sure what that says. So far you've missed. Charco is planting grapes in field 12. I just went and delivered or sold off some alfalfa windrow for about 20 grand. And now I'm going to go run Charco more seed for the cedar because he says he's running out already. In fact, if we get a good bit of grapes planted, we might just try the production for wine. What color did you
Ooh.
go with, Charco?
I don't know if I found purple or red. I mean,
Red grapes? Cool.
yeah, but they're purple. They make red wine, but they look purple.
That's pretty standard.
Hmm. My fridge is actually full of purple or red grapes.
Well, it has to be built into the map, Evan. So if the map maker includes alfalfa as one of his crops, then you would be able to plant alfalfa.
I was gonna say that they don't do that on console, but there's a few console maps that do actually have custom seeds.
That's true. Do you know any off the top of your head? Because I don't keep track.
No, I don't know off the top of my head. Um, isn't the one you're playing on right now though have it on both?
Oh, Chellington Valley?
No, no, yeah, Chelating I think though, but the other one does too, doesn't it? Ravensburg?
Oh, Ravensburg May.
I think Ravensburg may, if I remember correctly, but maybe
Oh,
I'm wrong.
I'm in the wrong field. I'm in the alfalfa field.
Yeah, I'm at 5% seeds.
No, it's not on It's not on Ravenport, Evan. Ravensport is a Giants map that just has the base game stuff. Stop for a second and I'll drop you more seeds. You can just refill and then I'll run the rest of these back to the yard. There you go.
Can you push it a little further?
Man,
There you go.
hand holding 101. No, just giving you crap, dude.
No, it was in range and then it stopped being like. Might take both pallets of seeds.
That's okay.
I mean, seeds are decently cheap, so.
Especially since I import them from Canada.
Yeah.
You know there's
Okay.
a whole mod with just Canadian products for seed and fertilizer and stuff, right?
Uh-huh. I do know of that.
The GWN, Great White North. It probably is going to take all of these seeds.
No, it's gonna have like 2 pallets. Like two
Two
bags
bags.
left.
Great.
Yeah. I can tell because it's at like 5%. If this is empty, it would take all of them. 3 bags. Actually, if you just wait a bit, I'll use the 3 bags up.
All right, I'll chill here for a minute.
Or just put them at the end of the field.
We got to figure out what we're going to put in the big field.
What's something you haven't planted yet? I need to take a look at the seeds. You haven't done any of you haven't done lettuce or red cabbage yet.
I'm not in a position to do root crop.
Have you did rye?
I have not done rye.
Do rye then.
You could do rye.
Wait, I can refill while you're behind.
Zeke, yeah. There's I think it's called Great White North or GWN Farm Supply. I'll show it to you. Hang on just a second. I'll open the shop as soon as I get up here to Sharko and let him use up the rest of this. Oh, that's perfect. Outstanding. Absolutely outstanding. So when it's installed, if you go into your shop menu under pallets, it's a pretty slick mod too because now I gotta tell you, you can buy single bags, 50 liters a pop. They're kind of cool, but they tend to fall through the earth. You lose them. You can buy them, but sometimes they may not show up. And then there's seed, there's sugarcane pallets, lime, fertilizer, manure if you want to buy manure. There's liquid tank pallets, and the liquid tanks are cool because when you go into liquid tanks, you've got herbicide, fertilizer, milk, slurry, water, diesel, DEF. So you get all these different things you can buy in the same place. And for some reason, they have design choices, but they don't appear to do anything. So I don't know why there's a design choice there. The other thing that's really cool about these Great White North pallets is that you can buy in bulk. So if I buy a seed pallet, I can buy a standard pallet. It's $1,400 for me right now. But I can buy a bulk seed pallet, which is a double pallet, for $2,600. So it's even cheaper. $2,600. What did I do on Ravenport Juicy? I'm not remembering. So yeah, the GWN, it's a fantastic mod when it comes to seed and fertilizer and stuff. Can't recommend it enough.
Train's in my way.
Who parked it there?
I have no clue.
Me neither. Hey, no problem, bud. I don't know if it's on console, but I have a feeling you're a PC player, Zeke. Oh, yeah. Rye. No, there's no rye on Ravensburg I planted rye. You're absolutely right. But Juicy, one of the challenges that was set for this map is I have to plant every crop at least one time.
Also, I just realized, Harv, when they say 3 fields, does that mean 3 separate fields, or does that also include combined fields?
What are you talking about?
Well, because you combined 11 and 12, or 10 and 11. Does that count as 1 field, or does that count as 2?
That counts as 2.
Okay.
I bought them individually and merged them.
That's true. That is very true. I was just curious what the chat thinks.
Well, Tank, I have to tell you, I did have a dedicated server. I had it up for a while. I need to go get rid of this again. I shouldn't have done that yet. And you could access it through my Discord server, get all the mods and everything, yada yada yada. The problem is I don't have time to play on it between everything that I'm doing for Harv's World. I just don't have time to play. I did it so that subscribers would have kind of a reward, you know, something that I wanted to show some appreciation. The thing is, everybody signs up with good intentions, but ultimately they don't end up playing. And it pretty much sat dormant for a long time. The problem, I mean, the problem is, and you will see this if you watch Steam or any other thing that posts FS19 content. Look how many posts there are for people looking for farmers for their dedicated servers. There's dozens of them, absolutely dozens of them. Because while it genuinely starts off as a good idea, for some reason, whatever it is, and I'm not going to pretend to know, it doesn't ultimately turn out that way. So yeah, I have done it. And I've considered doing it again. It's not off the table or anything, but it's just ultimately comes down to a lack of interest. Nobody's fault. It just is the way it is sometimes.
What do we want planted in field 57?
I thought you were what did you do that for? Oh, we get to play this game again. I thought you said you were going to plant rye.
I was just making sure. But I jumped over here and saw that you needed that.
Good.
Well, there it goes, lower.
That thing is amazing. Beck's modding to the rescue. The bunker buster. Oh, I'm empty at least. Good. So this was my harvester. It is. It is a shame tank. This was my harvester. It still is a harvester. I guess I could just keep... I was going to sell this header because I'm just really going to use this as a forage wagon now, but I guess there's no... I mean, if I need a second harvester, then this might come in handy.
I think rye is base game, I think.
Rye? No.
Yeah. Is it
No,
not?
it's not.
Okay.
Wheat, barley, and
wheat
oats.
Yep. Okay. I haven't played on maps that don't have rye for quite some time, so it's kind of hard to think.
What'd you do? Put a helper on 57?
No, I'm in it. 57.
Oh, you just hopped over here for a second to help me out.
Well, I jumped over to see what you were doing, and I realized, oh.
Okay.
Unless you need me back over there.
No, it's all good. I'm gonna go sell off this hay because I don't need it for anything.
I'm gonna say I'm the helper here. I should hire so. You're paying me to pay someone else.
What are you doing hiring a helper? It's not.
I'll buy myself another tractor. Eventually.
Well, we're gonna.
You can have two big tractors.
Where's my best price for hay right now? Maybe it'll be at off the rail sales. No, it's at bale sales. Where's bale sales?
Oh, I moved the train. You have to go and find the train.
I don't need it. I don't need it after all. Oh, it's not far away either. Okay, good.
There's one annoying thing about this trailer, or this seeder.
And that is?
You can't turn sharp with it. Like, you can't do a 180.
No, it's got a... Yeah. It's got a very stiff attacher.
Mm-hmm. Good cheap tractor that I can have.
So, what's everybody been up to? How are you guys doing? Yeah, Juicy, they really stuck it to me. The first stream I did on this, it was kind of a map tour and letting everybody decide what I was going to do. And and it's not just 15 fields. It's Well, let me show you the map, since I don't know that the European crew has gotten a chance to look at this directly. But you can see this is broken up into 5 islands. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I have to own 3 fields on each island. So
And work all of them too.
that's the goal. They all have to be worked at least one time. And not only that, if you're not familiar with the map, there's a whole bunch of water plots that you can buy. This one down here is actually cheap. I think Cazz adjusted the prices on these. But anyway, I have to buy a water plot and create a field in the water space, which will happen. So it's going to be 16 total fields. And not only that, on Cazz maps there are a ton of crops. You can see right here. Alfalfa, carrot, onion, clover, lettuce, cabbage, rye, poppies, hops, tobacco, hemp, coffee, mustard, rice, 2 types of grapes. So I have to plant and harvest at least, or every crop at least one time. This is a big, big challenge. So bringing in a little help I don't think is out of the question.
Oh, we should have planted clovers in field 57.
Oh yeah, because that would be a good idea. And if anybody saw the Almost a Farm streams, the clover in field 57, or the clover is what they were torturing me with on that map. Like, oh, you got to plant clover. Like, the thing with clover, at least on that map, was that you couldn't even harvest it before it was ready to harvest again.
Pretty sure it's the same for this map.
I'm pretty sure it is too. Well, we're making a little bit of money here.
I mean, it does have 17 fields because you have that little tiny field. 17.
Oh, that's right. And actually, that's a good thing. I could run over as soon as I get back. I will run over and show them field 17.
We should grow hops in that field.
That little field
Hops
actually needs to be harvested.
A big harvester in one swoop. What's planted in it?
There has not been any rule set as to how many helpers I'm allowed to use. But if Sharko's going to be around, and we expect to see Caveman around a little bit too, between the 3 of us we should be good to go.
You want to post the links for the your merch?
Yeah.
Once I turn around, I'll post those.
I'm going to be reworking the Teespring here one of these days because it's out of control. I'll be honest, I just flat don't know what I'm doing. This is all new to me.
Oh, kind of like my original store?
Something like that.
I spent like 3 days just redoing the whole thing. I'm
Well,
spending more money on it even.
You know, it's Teespring is upload your designs and then pick the merchandise you want to stick them on, and they give you like 1,000 options. And I was like, oh yeah, let's do this and this and this and this and this and this, and I think it's become too much for people to sort through. So I'm going to narrow it down, limit it probably to just standard t-shirts, sweatshirts, maybe a phone case or something like that. Let's see if I can hop over this railroad track. So field 17, you almost can't see it on the map, which is why I'm going this way. Yeah, it's over here. And then as far as other merch goes, well, Caveman here has been creating Harv's World designs and is 3D printing some pretty cool Harv's World stuff. He's keeping some secrets from me. He says he's got something in the works. He won't tell me what it is yet, but right now there's a couple different versions of a Harv's World keychain.
There is going to be another version coming soon too.
This right here.
Two-sided.
This right here is field 17. That's it. This little dinky island is field 17. Oh, and it's planted with mustard. And it's all weeds. I haven't done anything to it. This is the base, you know, this is what it came with. It even has its own outhouse for some strange reason that has security cameras on it. I think this just has to permanently be planted with hemp and then left alone. Mouse 2222, how you doing, bud? Good to see you again. I feel like it's been such a long time since we spoke.
Yeah, I was gonna say you said caveman's doing the 3D printing.
I did? I'm sorry. Sharko is the 3D printing guru and is doing some amazing designs. He has
Caveman though is helping a lot though with Harvest World 2.
Caveman is and always has been a very big help, and I don't know if you guys saw my video. Hopefully he'll get it sorted, but Caveman did complete his very first ground up mod of a couple of trailers. Now, I have to tell you, they did not pass testing with Giants, but they did give him some very, very good feedback. I was actually very impressed by the feedback they gave him. They were very detailed about what he needed to correct, and he's been working on that for the last couple of days. Hey, no worries, Mouse. If you guys don't know Mouse, Mouse2222 has a farm sim channel also. He does a lot of streaming, does a lot of videos, and plays all over the place. And as I will repeat over and over again, Mouse is a mod encyclopedia. He really is. You watch one of his streams, and by the time he's done going through his shop, your head's just kind of spinning, going, what? Where did you find that? Where'd you find that? Where'd you find that? I swear he tracks down every single FS mod that might be available and tries to find a way to use it, or at least have it available. It's I mean, and I'm not like being a smart aleck here. It's impressive what he's been able to do. It really is. And he tells some amazing stories. I don't want to spoil anything, but I'm going to sell this off. It was expensive and it's not serving me any good, so that brings in another 83 grand. But yeah, he tells some amazing stories about the sometimes rough and tumble life he's lived. So I definitely recommend giving Mouse a look.
Yeah, Harv, I have custom sorted out now.
Oh, you do? Very good.
But to do that, I do need phone numbers to ship anything for customs.
Okay.
That's the only difference.
So you'll have to add that to your website?
Yeah, I do need Mouse's phone number to make customs a lot easier.
Oh, yeah.
He sent me that in Discord, but...
yeah, just PM him that.
Yes, I'm going to set that up so that I can ship worldwide.
Mouse knows that he can't give his phone number on stream.
No, I know that much. I know that much. That's what I'm just like, yeah,
no,
don't do that on stream.
I'm just saying, anybody out there who don't give personal information in a stream. And I would like to say, ladies and gentlemen, this, you know, it's part of my duty to say so because I need to support my channel. But if you're enjoying the stream right now, do me a favor. Remember to hit the like button. It really does help. It's a little thing you can do that really does help. Okay, so this, if you didn't know already, is a moonshine production facility. This was included by Cazz in the final version of this map. And oh, that's what we needed to do. We needed barley.
I'm already done have this field, so.
That's too late now, but we needed barley and we needed corn.
What's field 51? Can we buy field 51?
Let me look.
52. If it's not too much, then we can buy that.
I was actually thinking about 51 and 52 earlier. 51,
I can't see pricing.
Yeah, 51 is 150. 52 is 130. Why is 51? It's 14
51's a little bit bigger.
acres. It is just a little bit bigger. Okay.
Yeah, I can't see prices. I don't have permissions.
Well, I have enough now, so that'll be my second field on this island anyway.
You can plant barley in that field. I mean, I think we need another big tractor.
Well, let me know when you come up with the money for that.
I'll just start my own farm and take that money.
Oh. Anyway, back to moonshine production. So to produce moonshine, we need wood chips, barley, sugar beets, water, and corn. Which means I'm going to need a tanker trailer. I'm going to need to grind some more trees, Sharko.
Then we need wood chips. Is that right?
Yep. But wood chips are good money.
They are. Just plant a whole row of trees. There you go.
Oh, 51's been harvested, and what does it need? Nothing. It's ready to plant.
Okay, I'll go over there and plant barley after.
Outstanding. Barley or corn? Well, barley for now, because we don't have a corn header either. Although I'm pretty sure my old harvester will harvest corn with the header it's got.
You sold the header.
No, I didn't.
Oh, did you? I thought you did.
No, I sold the auger trailer that I had.
Ah.
What am I thinking? Oh, garage. I want to look at the new header I bought.
I believe it will, yeah.
Nope, it won't.
Oh, well, not.
No. In fact, I think I probably have to buy a special header for that sugarcane, too, if I wanted to harvest sugarcane.
Sugarcane's good money.
Yeah, there's a special sugarcane, but it's only 8,000. But it's only for sugarcane. Hey, Tom Peterson, how you doing?
Well, we have the massive trailers for it. I'll fill up instantly.
That's a very good point. Haven't seen Tom Peterson around in a while. Good to have you here, man. Really appreciate you stopping in. Most secure toilet in the world. That's awesome. Let's see. Yeah, I like the camouflage around it too. Anything that's a little bit quirky. I like quirkiness. So that's moonshine production. And then just to show you guys, these are all the different productions that Cazz built in. So we could make molasses. If we have sugarcane, we could actually start up molasses production. Molasses meal. I'm not sure what the purpose of that is. We have a composter that we could dump junk in. Seed production, forage production, which I have to assume is TMR. Diesel production, moonshine, liquid fertilizer, pig food, a silage fermenter, which would be a lot nicer than the bunker silo, a grass dryer, clover dryer, alfalfa dryer, fertilizer production, lime production. How do we make lime? Diesel, moonshine, fertilizer, compost. Wow. Manure. I guess you can make manure out of red grapes.
Huh.
Red wine, white wine, and then the LPG gas. I guess we could make some gas for a grill.
Yeah, isn't LPG gas propane?
Yes. Oh, I know what I can do. Since Sharko is over there planting, I can actually come over. Oh, I'm doing great, Tom. Doing really good. Thank you.
Actually, I just realized something. Maybe we could say we could just give myself a tractor. Because Harv goes everywhere with his Fent, and I usually go everywhere with one of my tractors.
It defeats the purpose of the challenge.
It does, though.
And you're one of the people who were so adamant about making it a hard challenge.
That's true, I was. No, I just don't. If you want to be able to be planting, I don't want to be able to stop you because we only have one tractor that can actually pull a seeder.
No, I've actually figured out what I can do. I can actually come over and help you out. Oh, and if you didn't see the last stream, you missed the great train wreck. Was it the last stream? It was either the last one or the one before.
It was last stream.
I actually got run over by the train. I am going to come over and herbicide these fields behind you.
Oh, also, Harv, on your video today about seasons, once weeds grow in a field, they don't. No other weeds usually grow in that field.
Oh, really?
So you
I
don't have to fertilize the whole field. You only have to fertilize where the weeds are,
no, I did not know that.
just to save you a bit of time.
Hey, Mouse, Juicy, that's actually interesting. I might have to look that up. I didn't even realize it was a real guy.
I love popcorn.
Oh, you know who he is too?
I don't know who he is. I know I love popcorn.
Oh, Popcorn.
hmm The actual popcorn.
So if I just herbicide those spots of weeds, then it's all good.
Usually what I just do is I just buy a weeder trailer, and when they're in the first stages of them growing, just drive over it with a weeder, and it's good.
I seem to remember that show too. Was that on Discovery? I,
Yes, I have seen the Moonshiner show. Yeah, it was on Discovery. That's a big fertilizer you're using.
it's actually pretty nice. I haven't tried as much from the Cavernland DLC, and this was a pleasant surprise. And you can actually upgrade this. You can get it as a smaller, and then upgrade it to full width, which is what I have right now.
Really? That's pretty wide. What is it, like
Oh,
20 meters?
the only problem is I don't have GPS on this tractor. Oops, that's okay. Since it's fertilized, I will be able to tell where my herbicide has
Yeah,
gone down.
fertilizer's pretty easy.
I will tell you the one issue that I have with this map, and it's a non-issue, but I don't know how many of you guys use the cardinal directions in the mini-map, but there's so much in the mini-map that I can't read the cardinal directions very well. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, down here in the lower right hand corner, that's cardinal direction and coordinates. So I try to stay on the 0 obviously when I'm heading north, but when it's small you can't really read it very well. But that is a minor inconvenience. There's a lot of people, Mouse, who still swear FS17 is the better game.
Hmm.
A lot of people very dedicated to the older version. I've never known any other version, so I guess I'm lucky in that way.
I'm gonna have a better engine because they're not trying to push the engine so hard in Farming 19. Or is there more crops in 19?
I never played.
Or 17, I mean. I've never played 17.
On Mouse, did you ever get that wheat to harvest? I know you got it started, but I was just wondering if you ever, because that was a big field and you were using a dinky harvester, man. That's kind of what I figured, Mouse.
I hope if the next farming sim has a different engine.
Oh,
Different engine, way more crops.
the game engine? I just hope it has better physics.
Well, that'd be also relied on the engine though.
That's true. That's true.
Not 100% on the engine, but the engine does include the physics, so.
5 hours, Mouse.
5 hours?
A 5-hour stream. There was somebody who kept dropping into my stream that kept saying, you should do a 24-hour stream, Harv. I was like, no, you do a 24-hour stream. There's no way. I'd be a zombie sitting here going, hey guys, how you doing? It's hour 21 and a half.
Charity? Would you do it for charity?
Oh, I might do it for charity.
Yeah, I wouldn't. I don't think. I think I'd just pass out on stream.
I mean, you know, when I was your age, I would gladly stay up 24 hours, no problem, without batting an eye.
I try and get my 7 hours of sleep a day.
But now I'm an old fart who needs his beauty sleep desperately.
I don't need sleep. I just like sleep. And half the time I hate getting out of bed. Like, I can get up early, I just choose not to because I don't like getting up. And I am finished this field without having to fill up with seeds.
Oh, are you running low on seed again, though?
I will need to go and buy some.
35 hours, Mouse. My God, man. What game were you playing? Was it FS? Start and finish a map in the in the same stream. Like, okay, guys, that's 35 hours on Charwell. I'm never gonna look at Charwell again as long as I live.
We need barley is what we need. Yeah.
Yes, barley or sugarcane.
I mean, this field's actually a very small field, so sugarcane would probably work in it.
Can you do sugarcane with that thing?
I don't think so. So I'll have to wait for it to. Why can't I switch? Okay. I'm gonna have to wait for it to unfold before I can switch what's in it.
Wow.
There it goes.
35 hours on FS17.
That's a long time. Nope. I cannot plant this. Is there a better planter than the normal sugarcane planter? No.
Really, you have to plant sugarcane traditionally on this map, huh?
Yeah. Oh, the Great Plains might be able to do it, but I can't see what the Great Plains actually will do, so.
Not even if
doubt
you,
it, though.
not even if you preview it in the shop menu.
That's what I'm trying to look at. Yeah, nope, only the sugarcane. Might as well just buy one now, Harv, and I'll just go planting it for the rest of the stream.
Nope. I've got one that's bigger that I'll install.
Oh, you do have a bigger one.
Not huge or anything. Although,
How many rows?
Although I'm sure Bex could sort us out with something like that. I think it's like a 4-row planter or something.
Well, it's double the size of the biggest one in the game.
It's on Mod Hub. I used it on Pineapple Bay.
I don't remember it for some reason.
And you weren't there for the planting.
Oh, that's true, I missed that episode.
Alright, Tank, take care, buddy. Thanks for coming in, man. Really appreciate it. Glad to have you here.
Barley. Turn on, and let's go.
I think the longest I probably ever played was back when I was doing MMOs. And like the very first one called EverQuest. I doubt you guys remember, but it came out in 98, I think. I bet I did 24 hours on that game. Like, I was addicted hardcore right out of the gate. They called it Evercrack. And by today's standards, it was pretty awful. But it was the first iteration. We were like, oh, wow. MMO, this is so cool.
I've totally not done that before, where I've gotten into a game, played it, thought I've only played for an hour, and realized it's 3 o'clock or 2 o'clock in the morning.
You have done that?
I don't know what you're talking about, but yes, I have. Like I know this is like I like bought a game on Steam, and just was like, okay, yeah, it's 5 o'clock.
Right.
Not even like no joke, think it's only been an hour. I'm like, oh
That's
shoot, it's 3 o'clock and I have school tomorrow.
that's
That's
what
not good.
that's one of the things about Farm Sim, to be honest, is you sit there and go, I can get this done. Just one more thing, just one more quick thing. That field needs some fertilizer. Oh, that field needs some weeding. I'll get that done and then I'll go to bed. I've got a few minutes. I'll get that done and go to bed. Next thing you know, it's 3 hours later and you're.
Well, setting up like a farm takes just 2 hours, and you're like, oh well, there goes my 2 hours worth of playtime.
Well, that's because you set it up and tear it down 4 different times.
That's fair. Oh, War Thunder is a good game.
I have not tried. Mouse mentioned War Thunder to me before, and
It's a military game. Have you like World of Tanks and all that? It's the
yeah,
same thing. It's just a different game. Same principles though.
it's
or idea.
an MMO though, right?
Oh, I wouldn't say it isn't. It's not. No, MMOs are massive online multiplayers, so it's not. But it's just like you hop in a game and you're like, it's a first-person shooter, but instead you're in a plane, or a tank, or a boat.
Right.
So it's an online multiplayer, but not
But it's
massive.
PvP, right?
Yeah, it's PvP. I mean, also PvA, PvE
PvE.
versus AI, but yeah,
That's PvE.
yeah, player versus entity.
Enemy. Whatever you want to call
Oh,
it.
I always was told it was entity. Okay, I'm out of seeds. Need seeds now.
Good luck with that.
I can't buy seeds, so
Oh, let me fix that for you.
even if I want to, I can't buy them.
Why didn't you say something sooner?
I did say I don't have any permissions, and I did say that earlier, but
There, you're a farm manager. You have all the same permissions I do now. Just don't get crazy.
okay. How much money do you have? How much? No. It's under bags seeds. No. Where's the seeds under?
Pallets.
Is it just the normal seed pallet that has double? Yeah.
It's the GWN.
Bulk. No, because a bulk will fill my trailer full.
Right.
So, without leaving any left over. So that's why I want to know which one. Like it's the perfect size.
Yeah, I need to give it a shot, Mouse. It definitely sounds up my alley. I used to love. There was a great game that came out on the Amiga back in the day by Microprose called Red Storm Rising. That was based on Tom Clancy books. Kind of like The Hunt for Red October, where you were a submarine commander. And then some other really good World War II naval combat games. So I don't think I would go for planes. I'm not much of a pilot, but I'd probably go for the ships.
Ships are fun.
Give me some Tomahawk missiles.
What I love doing actually is dropping torpedoes on ships.
Oh, yeah, I'm sure.
Watching the ships get blown up is kind of funny. But then you get shot down because there's like 5 ships that are just constantly shooting at you.
I take it you have full command of the ship, like you don't have other players on there manning the guns or anything.
No, it is yeah. you have full control over the ships. I haven't played much with the ships, so I don't know how well the ships are though.
I can just
But
see.
I do know though it's not. You do control your whole ship. I do know that much.
Caveman, get on the anti-aircraft gun. Sharko's coming in.
I know some ships have torpedoes, which is also fun to use. Because, but some ships can dodge them pretty easily. Other ships can't. So.
Destroyers always have torpedoes.
Yeah, but you start off like when you first start the game. You start off with little like dinghies that have torpedoes on the back of them. They just drop off the back. No joke.
Believe it or not, something similar to that was done in the movies.
Well, the game's built real life, so all the ships you see are realistic ships.
Even the dinghy with the torpedo
Yeah.
dropping off the back.
It's not quite a dinghy, it is an actual ship, but yes.
Hey, Marshall Harvey, how you doing, man? A man after my own name.
Oh, where's Harv's the best? We're missing him.
I don't know. That would be Ig. And I noticed that Ig left the Discord, so I'm not sure Harv's the best is going to be around.
Ah.
Harv apparently became less than the best.
Oh, there's a train. Oh, there's a train coming. These trains are fast on this map.
Very.
Surprised they don't derail the speeds they go around corners. They're up on 2 wheels going around the corners.
Yeah, I'd probably have to try everything mouse and see what suits me best. I'm sure all of it has, there's various aspects to it.
The tanks are pretty good too. Yeah, I'm with you there, Mouse. I'm not a big fan of the higher tier stuff. Speaking of low tier planes,
Yes.
plane just flew over.
Ah,
The special plane. I don't know what you call it. The delivery plane. Harv's delivery plane.
what was it delivering?
You only produce one thing. How else do you get all that moonshine off the island?
Oh, that's fair. I don't. I sell it to the locals. Alright.
There doesn't seem to be a police station on this island, so you're good there.
Actually, I haven't produced a drop of moonshine yet, so it's a non-issue.
That's very true, yes. You can't sue me, or you can't arrest me. I haven't produced a single drop of moonshine yet. I just have the whole facility.
That's right. I just have a still. That's not against the law. There's not even anything in it yet.
It's true, it's not against the law. You're just like, I'm just using it so I can show people how you make it.
I'm making distilled water, so I don't have to buy it all the time.
I mean, yeah, that's true. There's not, all the water around here should be salt water.
This field does not look very big.
It's not very big.
You're putting barley in here?
Mm-hmm. So you wanted, right?
That works.
So you can make some moonshine. I mean, this would make you plenty of moonshine. This field.
It will?
Well, what was it? 14 acres?
Well, the land was 14 acres. I'm not sure what the field size is. The field is
the field's
probably more like
12.
yeah, 9 or 10.
Mm-hmm. No, I'd say it's more like 12.
Whatever brings in the money. There's a lot of money to be spent before this is over.
Wood. Oh, okay. Then we'll plant trees.
Trees?
Yeah, wood chips.
Oh, we have a whole row of trees here that will make a lot of wood chips. But we need the wood chips to make moonshine too.
Oh, there's that plane again.
I can't even see it at my angle. Or are you just hearing it?
No, I saw it. It flies really low. I wonder though if it's... Well, it might be client side.
Oh, it very much could be. I don't even hear it.
Yeah, it might just be a client side thing where you see it at different times than I see it.
I still have to go over and herbicide the grape field.
That shouldn't be too long. How much herbicide do you have? Oh, you still have plenty. You have half a tank.
How could you tell?
I have your stream pulled up.
Oh, you're watching the stream.
Not you and have like TubeBuddy or whatever that can see all the chats. I have to have it pulled up to see all the chats.
Oh, I have YouTube open, just not to the stream. I've got it in the...
I don't know how... Yeah, I have to be on the stream to see the chats.
live control room or something like that. That's what they call it, I think.
Choppers are cool in Battlefield with a co-op pilot. I'm going to assume that's not realistic controls, because when you have a realistic helicopter control, they're a pain in the butt to control.
Oh, they're awful.
I know there's you can get a helicopter in Warzone or War Thunder. They're not easy to control. They try to make it as realistic as possible.
See, I would have to do ships or something because I don't even have a joystick.
You don't need a joystick. There's arcade mode. Planes are pretty easy to fly. They'll auto level and everything.
They don't.
If you want your realistic mode, then you'll need a joystick.
There's no arcade mode for the helicopters?
There is, but it's still a pain in the butt to fly.
Really?
Mm-hmm. And I mean, it's really down the line, the helicopters, so you need to play a lot.
So it's like the helicopters in Grand Theft Auto, because man, the helicopters in GTA are a hassle to fly.
They're a hassle to fly, but once you know how to fly them, they actually are pretty easy to fly.
The best...
Maybe with the iOS controller, though.
The best ones I ever saw, the easiest control helicopters I ever saw in a game, where it wasn't a spin-off of Grand Theft Auto, but it was like Grand Theft Auto. Man, what was the name of that? It was almost like a spoof of Grand Theft Auto. It was funny, but serious at the same time.
I'm trying to think of all of... I don't know.
It was all gang based. It was storyline driven. I mean, it's identical in almost every way to Grand Theft Auto. Why can I not remember the name of this game? It's gonna drive me crazy now.
There's one I know. It is well, there is something similar that I know, but it's by a completely different
That's it, Plubsy. Thank you so much. Saints Row.
Oh, Saint Rose, yeah. That's what I was thinking.
Yeah, that's the one.
It's not a rip-off. It was actually, I believe, Saint Rose actually made before Grand Theft Auto.
No. I didn't say rip-off. I said I said spin-off, but no, it's not really. It's not a spin-off. It's
no, they're just, yeah, they are similar games.
Yeah, it's a less serious version.
Yes, Grand Theft Auto was very serious, yet at the same time very unserious.
Right.
Yeah.
Helicopter simulator, huh?
No. Helicopters are a pain in the butt.
But Saints Row had the easiest helicopters I've ever flown in a game. They were very straightforward, very simple to control. And I was like, man, why don't everybody make their helicopters like this?
Mm-hmm. Well, that's actually one thing I like about War Thunder is if you want to play like normal arcade mode or whatever, which is what almost everyone plays, the the controls are great. It's fun to play. Like yeah, they're still technically somewhat realistic, but it's a lot more forgiving and all that. Where if you try and play or you if you try to go to realistic mode, the helicopters or the planes, sorry, are almost impossible to fly with the keyboard. I'll have to switch over to my controller. They're a lot more tedious that way.
Yeah, see, I really I like submarine games a lot, but when it becomes, you have to be an ex-submarine commander to be able to play the game, then the fun is
Yeah.
lost on me.
I like the idea of games that have both options, where there's an arcade mode kind of thing where if you like the idea of just subs, it does make most of the work for you kind of thing. And then you still also have though like if you want to do realistic mode, you can, if that's what suits you, and it's still in the same game.
I like a balance. I mean, I don't want the game to do everything for me, but I also don't
Yeah, I
want
can
to.
understand that.
I don't want to be a submarine, a real life submarine commander to be able to play it either.
I'm cleaning up your farm a little bit.
God knows it needs it.
Just not much, but just enough to get a little bit more organized. I need a new controller. Or I just need to clean this one or the other.
See, now the plane's going overhead. Somewhere. I just heard it, but I don't see it.
Yeah, it flew over twice when I was doing that field.
Oh, there it goes. A little puddle jumper.
Is this your Fent 1050 or is this the 900?
That's a
Yeah,
1050.
it's the 1050.
You should feel very special. I let you drive my Fent 1050.
Well, I mean, I think I'd be sitting there planting that one field forever.
If you tried to use the little Fent favorite.
Uh-huh. Fent that I used on off the grid.
That's
Not the grid, or face off.
That's a great point, Andrew.
Mm-hmm.
It is literally whatever you want it to be. It's your game, play it your way.
Your harvester sounds rough when it starts up.
Look at it.
What's wrong with it?
I have a new
Looks
one.
brand new. It's true, you do.
Well, since I bought Field 51, I think I'll have to buy Field 52 and then merge 51 and 52.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Which means chopping the wood chips. Or chopping the trees out.
Is there any contracts we can do?
I don't know. I've got to herbicide this grape field real quick, and then so start looking at contracts, especially if there's like a big harvesting contract.
So we have 2 harvesters.
Well, we also have a tractor that's capable of pulling a good size trailer too.
Very big size trailer. Let's see. That's the shop. There's a $17,000 contract for a 30-acre field. $40,000 contract. Oh, there's a really big field. 300. Oh no, never mind. That's potatoes. Not happening.
Not happening.
I was gonna say it's a $300 contract. There's a $40,000 harvesting one on a 60-acre field.
That's a big field.
Ooh, there's a 77-acre field for 50,000.
Let's try something in between. Look for something in the 30 to 40 acre.
Well, like you said that I found one that's exactly 30 acres.
How much does that pay?
20,000
That's not bad. That's reasonable.
plus what are we harvesting? Barley.
Oh, barley. Hey, any leftover crop I could throw into moonshine production.
Yeah.
Oh, and we can collect straw at missions.
Yeah, we can do that too. You want to do that
Hmm.
contract? Let's see if there's any other similar price contracts. No, actually. Oh, there's one. The only other one that's really similar is only 18,000, and it's soybeans.
Is there anything? Is there anything for corn?
Oh, there is corn. Yep, corn and sunflowers.
Well, corn and barley are the two things I need to make the moonshine.
Sunflowers. There was corn. I did see corn. Corn is a $25,000 contract. It's a 40-acre field.
Wow.
But we have 2 people harvesting. I think it should be fine.
We have one person harvesting. The little harvester doesn't really count.
Can you not get a corn harvester for it?
I can.
Well then,
It's just it can't unload into anything. It's too small. Which is why I bought the big harvester to replace it.
I see. Um, and you haven't used conveyor belts?
I don't understand the point. If I've got a field that's 800 miles away, am I going to
True.
tow a whole bunch of conveyor belts across the map to
That's fair. That's fair.
make that harvester usable? I don't think so.
And you can't just like dump into my harvester.
No,
No,
I'm thinking,
yeah,
you know,
that's fair.
like
I was gonna say the only thing though is your harvester can pick up all the straw.
right. So what I'm thinking is somebody's driving the main harvester with the other harvester
Following me.
following
Following.
with as a forage wagon, and then the other person running chaser bin.
Yep, we can do that.
So that's probably going to be the best. And
We want to do corn or barley? Probably corn because you don't have a cornfield.
I don't have corn header though either.
Oh, what
Check
does a
and
corn
see
header?
if the header that I've got will do corn, because sometimes Cazz's headers do multiple things.
Is it the lizard one? Nope. No. No corn.
Okay, let's do barley then. Hey Liquidator, how you doing, man? Welcome to the stream.
Yeah, I was gonna say to get a decently sized corn header, you have to spend all your money. You don't even have enough money for a corn header, so
I'm sure I don't.
okay, I guess it's going to be to let me find it again.
What field is it?
It is, let me find the field. It is field 116.
Okay. Down by
Wanna do that one?
Island Rail. Yeah, if you want to start heading that way with the harvester,
Want to accept it?
you might as well set up the little harvester. Drop the header off that little harvester so it doesn't get in the way. You might as well have
Okay,
that follow you down, and then I will come down with the big Fent and a trailer.
I think the forge header is. How do you know which one's not attached?
On the
Or do you only have the
little
forge
one,
head? Yeah,
you don't need a header on the front. It's on the back.
not a header. Yeah. How do you know which one's on the back?
It's the only one I've got. I didn't buy the
Okay.
baling one.
That's what I was wondering. Why can't I detach the front?
I don't know. You have to. It's hard to decide to sort out which is which on
there
that
it
thing.
goes. Yeah, 'cause apparently the thing at the back is also at the front.
I am seconds away from finishing up all this herbicide, so thank goodness.
What's follow me again? It's Control F, is it?
Control
Yeah.
F, yes.
What is this thing doing? Sec. Oh, I see. That's interesting.
Or is it set up for something?
It's set up the way I had last time I used it.
But you've never used it.
I know. That's what I was surprised about. There it goes. Where is field notes? I know roughly where it is, but let me get onto the road.
It's down on the South Island.
Okay, right there. That's a big field. Oh, sheesh, your fence is swervy. Well, that's because how fast it goes. Didn't realize it goes 82 kilometers an hour.
Well, that little one definitely will not keep up with you.
Yeah, I realized that. And it's already stuck.
What's that about the small header, Robert? Oh wait, you can unload the small combine into the TDK 1600. Do we even have those installed?
I'll check.
Oh, we do have the 1600. They're only 24,000 liters.
Apparently he said, though, the one that goes up to 1600, apparently.
Not the one that's on this version of the map. It's a 24,000 liter trailer. I mean, we could.
Oh, there is, low trailers you can buy. Baileys that hold, like, 32,000, looks like. Oh, they hold 15,000. Yeah, not enough for the big fields. Maybe. Thank you.
What are you doing?
Going to the center field. There you go. These are fast harvesters.
They
Oh
are
my god, there's
fast.
sugarcane in this field. I think. Or is that rye? Oh, that's rye. My bad. This looks like sugarcane from the angle.
I wish there was a TDK 1600 that would hold 60,000 liters. But the ones we have only hold the 24,000. It's alright.
Oh, well, there goes all that rye.
What?
There's a whole field of rye that I drove by that I thought was sugarcane, and then just went poof and it was harvested.
Oh, the fields are resetting.
Mm-hmm.
I did bump up the time just a little bit to 5 times speed.
Stuck going the speed of this little tractor.
One thing I like about this map is even with traffic turned on, there's not much traffic.
Mm-hmm. It's not like some maps where it's crazy if you have traffic on, where you can't even get
Right.
your harvester down the road because there's just so many cars.
Chellington is kind of like that. Man, there's a lot of
Mm-hmm.
traffic on Chellington.
I'd say though, Chillington though is like a city, not a city, but is a very populated area.
Well, we're going to
That
field
makes sense.
116, right?
Yeah.
How did I beat you there?
For one, the harvester keeps getting stuck. So I'm stuck to going at a slower speed. coming. Hopefully this person doesn't mind me driving through their wheat. Where's this barley? Yeah, it's wheat. Barley and wheat look so similar.
They do.
I can't tell them apart half the time. And then, like, yeah, barley's darker. So where do you want to start from?
Wherever you can get started. Oh, you're
Unless
over
you're all
here.
the way, I was gonna say you're all the way down at the other end.
Well, you came from the other end, sort of.
I came from the middle. Can I control to get back? No, I can't. Okay. How do I stop? There we go.
You just start harvesting. I will get this set up, and then I will run chaser
Need the
bin.
pipe out. How come I can't unfold? Oh, that's why I have to unfold. Let's see, my bad. I was wondering why I couldn't unfold the pipe, and I'm like, why can't I unfold the pipe? It's because the harvester wasn't unfolded. There we go. This is a big header.
You know, it's kind of funny. To some degree. You're running 6 miles an hour, right?
Yes, I think so. Makes sense. Oh, nope, yep. I want to slow down there a little bit. Why can't I? Oh, that's why. The heck? Oopsies.
Straw, if you just look at it, isn't worth very much.
That's a bonus.
But it produces so much.
Mm-hmm.
There's some real weirdness going on here. Because this will not tip in to this trailer except like right at a certain spot.
Really? Hmm.
Yeah, like right about there. This might not
won't
work after all.
It won't fill up later?
It'll fill later.
Not later, but I mean, like, can you pull up more, or will it not fill up?
I was having trouble with it the other day. Well, that works better. Okay, that's working now.
So say you should have GPS in that tractor.
Yeah, I haven't gotten a good line yet. I was trying to figure out where,
Oh, I see. Oh, just played with. This little tractor seems to be struggling. He's like accelerating, stopping, accelerating, stopping. If you use the smaller header, the small column.
yeah, he's talking about the one that's picking up the straw behind you. But see how it's not pouring? Now it's pouring.
Pouring for me. I was gonna say it's pouring for me.
I didn't see anything coming into the trailer. And now I do.
Okay, now it's gonna stop because I'm empty. So. The little harvester can hold a lot.
I think it's 24,000 liters on that little harvester, but then the pickup behind it will hold over 1,000,000 liters, I'm pretty sure.
Wow. How much do you think this field will produce? Well, we only have a half an hour left of the stream.
Yeah. Do you see anything pouring out right now?
Yes, I do.
That's weird.
Do you not see it filling up your trailer?
I do now, but for about the past
Oh.
3 minutes, there wasn't anything coming out of that pipe.
It's kind of getting that glitch point where it unloads faster than it can fill up. So I think it's just the graphical error. Which you think Farming Sim would have fixed because it even shows in the when they have videos of tractors driving beside each other.
Mm-hmm.
Make sure this little guy doesn't get stuck. Can I just say how many these farmers don't take care of their fields.
Hey, Marquez Rios, how you doing, man? Yeah, you won't be able to join this, bud. Heck, it would take you an hour just to download the mods you need.
Yeah. Nope, not loading.
Yeah, see, it's not unloading now, is it?
Nope, not now. Weird.
Now,
Oh,
there it goes.
This harvester unloads fast. I guess this is Cazz, isn't it? Harvester.
Yeah, it's that sugarcane special.
This would have made our life so much easier if we had this on Pineapple Bay.
Oh, you can say that again.
I think it took like 4 hours to harvest that whole field.
It was a long time. 4 hours to get 3 minutes of video. It's actually it's actually kind of funny to see that little harvester following that big ideal fence. It looks like a little toy back there.
Those little old rustic toy that's just barely put together, that's just working.
That's actually one of the funny things about Farm Sim is it really throws off your perspective.
It is.
About the size of, this equipment is, if you see this in real life, this is massive, massive stuff.
Oh, okay. You know that little cedar? I believe it's a cedar in the game. Is it a cedar or is it a planter? The cedar.
Which one?
The D8 30, like the little cheapest one.
Yeah.
I literally saw that exact trailer, cedar, drive by me one day. That's huge. It's bigger than a car.
Yep. And we sit here and complain, it's only a 3-meter cedar or a 2-meter cedar.
Uh-huh. But it's bigger than like cars. It's huge.
Spend all day doing that field with that thing.
I mean, though, it was behind like a fence. I think it was a fence, or I'm pretty sure it actually was a fence that was pulled behind. So it didn't look like a John Deere, and it was green. But it was the tractor looked massive. I didn't know what tractor it was though. I didn't really see, but.
Hey Marquez, I have a whole series that I did on Ischia Farm. A Let's Play series, and I did a lot of grapes, bud. Lots and lots of them.
We used to have, earlier in the stream, we planted grapes.
Yep, and we planted grapes. We can harvest grapes on this map too. Which should be coming up in the not too distant future.
Harvesters are so weird because they turn from the back and it gets you, you're turning so off because they can turn like instantly almost.
Yeah.
Ooh, Mo saw a TMR or a mixer go by.
Oh, that's cool. Yeah,
Yeah, they are massive.
I went out for a drive yesterday, and there's a spot about 25 miles from where I live that I like to drive down to. But the reason I like to drive down there is because there's a massive, massive silo there. But there's also like the
You once we go.
offices and garages for a massive farming operation, and they had both a case and a John Deere quad track parked in the driveway.
I was gonna say, you want to know a big silo? We have a silo, and it can. I want you to see if you in real life guess how much it can hold in liters.
In,
One silo, and I think there's 5 of them.
in liters?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, 5 million apiece.
It was about, if I remember correctly, it was 70, I believe, million liters each.
Wow.
They're massive. Like they're thick too. They're not like thin little things. They are massive tanks, but they're and it's just like, okay, those are massive tanks. You can see them from a mile away or miles away.
One of the things that I love, and I don't know that I've seen them anywhere else, but driving around like small towns in the U.S., um, and there's some bigger ones of these too in the larger cities, but these really old concrete silos. And
Oh, the old concrete silos. We have a lot of those
yeah, and
too.
they're always built next to railroad tracks.
Mm-hmm.
I think they're just incredibly impressive.
No, the silo I'm talking about is it's new, but no joke. Around it, the fields are like this. Like this would be considered a small field around the massive silo.
Well, yeah, have you ever watched Mike Mitchell?
No, I haven't.
Yeah, look up Mike Mitchell on YouTube sometime. He's a Canadian, big time Canadian farmer. Look at the vast amount of equipment that he has and the ridiculous number of fields and how big they are.
Oh, yeah.
He's
We actually did a wedding for a farmer once, and they grew a cornfield, and they actually had a small old harvester, and they harvested a bit of the corn inside the field, so they could actually and they put like a massive tent inside the field. It was actually really cool.
oh, that's kind of cool.
It was, yeah.
Oh, do you guys do corn mazes in the fall up there?
Yes, corn mazes are huge.
Yeah, that's a big deal down here,
Just
especially
because
getting close to
yeah.
Halloween.
Well, our cornfields are usually also our maple syrup places too,
Oh, okay, yeah.
because they're owned by the same farmer. So usually they use the same buildings, kind of a thing.
Right. This right here is a lot of field.
Mm-hmm. Hopefully we get a lot extra out of it. I
Oh,
also realized you actually get more um crop if you harvest the whole field first, then sell it.
oh yeah, absolutely. I've
Because
always done that.
mm-hmm. And the realize for that is you complete most of it by harvesting. If you sell it then harvest, you don't get as much grain. Like you don't make as much. It's weird, but
Yeah, yeah.
I think it's like you get what 10% more or something like that, which is depends on how big a field you get. Can be quite a bit.
I don't know exactly how much more you get, but I've
I
always
think.
tried to get 100% off the field before I turned any of it in.
Mm-hmm. Well, before I always like I've always did contracts when I first started playing and used small trailers because that's all I could afford. And I realized I'll just sell them up, and then realized when I'm selling it, it's also completing a contract. So if you harvested most of it first, you get more grain out of it than you do if you sell
Yeah, the first and last potato contract I ever did was on Pacific Northwest.
it.
Luckily, there was a railroad silo that I could use that was close to the potato field. but I still filled that completely up and ended up delivering potatoes before the whole field was harvested. But I will
Wow.
never, ever. My God, literally 5 hours of gameplay to harvest that potato field. That's
I
one
mean, we harvested
person.
a potato field too. And it took us an hour or two, I think it was. An hour and a half, I think it was actually.
Yeah, but I needed to make vodka.
It's true. And you had two people helping you with self power. I don't know if you had I haven't not seen many of your Pacific Northwest videos.
It's the very first series I ever did. They're pretty rough. Pretty rough around the edges, but I mean, I was still using a headset microphone and barely knew how to play. I knew
Are
enough
you
to be
saying that's a bad
dangerous.
thing?
What's that?
You saying a headset makes a bad thing?
It wasn't good for me. I didn't have like a super high quality one or anything.
Oh, if I had like me my old one.
Sup, G? How you doing, man? What's the good word, G? You get to watch the exciting world of us doing a harvesting contract because I did buy a new field, but we've got it all sorted. It's all been planted, herbicided. It only needs one more coat of fertilizer on those fields. And it'll be harvest time for those. Although I don't know how long those grapes are going to take to grow. And on Ischia, the first round of grapes took forever. Oh, and that reminds me. Do grapes grow back on this map? Because they sure grow back on Ischia. I didn't think about that.
Well, one thing I was realizing about Iski is the first thing took forever because it grew like thing, but the once it
Oh,
you
the
harvested
vines and
it,
everything.
where yeah, like the first time it grew, it took a long time. But once you harvested it, it put it back to like only a 50% state. It didn't completely wipe the field.
Well, that's true, but
So,
I also had planted more grapes later, and they came in a lot faster than the first planting did.
wonder if
So I don't know what happened there, but
maybe it just glitched out or something and thought they were already planted or something.
and something got sorted out here because now there's no trouble with that harvester emptying into this trailer.
Yeah, I know. I've been looking at that. In the game, that's the best harvester in the game. You can order a whole lot of the game. I always get it.
Oh, and
Yeah,
the ideal harvester, the big ideal.
I can almost guarantee you don't have this exact harvester.
No, this one's been modded by Cazz, but it's basically the same
It is
thing.
the based off the ideal, yeah.
This one will just handle sugarcane. What I like about this version, though, is I can get a Fendt ideal harvester in Harv's World colors. So I've got the good crimson color with the black or gray.
It needs to sparkle.
It
I
doesn't
think
have
Cars World.
it doesn't have the metallic in it like the trailers do.
The trailers look good, and the trailers are actually basically look very almost exactly what the plastic looks
Plastic?
like the plastic for your keychains.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Cool. Well, what do we need? We still need corn, so I'm gonna have to get corn from somewhere. I'll be honest with you, Marquez. I don't know that we'll be done harvesting this before the end of the stream. It's going to take a
I
long
don't think so
time.
either.
We're only going to be on for about another 20 minutes or so. Right now, I mean, our big goal is to keep money coming in, obviously, because I've got more fields and I got other crops I still need to plant because viewers have given me big challenges on this map. Oh, and it's on hard economic difficulty, by the way, if anybody didn't know. Um,
That's my doing.
But I also threw in the fact that we want to make moonshine, and so that's why we're harvesting this barley field right now, is because I need barley to make moonshine. But I also, Cazz has a special trailer for the moonshine, which we're going to have to buy one or two of. It'll haul everything, but it'll also haul the moonshine. Luckily, it's not palletized, so we don't have to worry about moving pallets of moonshine, just liquid moonshine.
Well, I'll need my own tractor.
Hey, Master X Logan, how you doing? Haven't seen you around before, but I appreciate you stopping into Harv's World. Very much appreciate it.
I can see the things before I see them. Come through.
15-second delay, Sharko.
No, it's pretty much instantly because the chat's instant on YouTube side,
Oh, okay.
or pretty instant.
Just what I
But you're
say
just
has a
slightly
15-second delay?
Yeah, that makes sense.
That's weird.
Like, let's just say I post something right now, everyone can see it right now. But the video itself takes 15 seconds to come through.
Right.
So if, let's just say, I type something, and like now I want to respond to you.
No, I've
It's
got
going
it.
to take 50 seconds before you say it, and then another 15 seconds after that before you get what I responded to them. So, but I can see instant chats.
Oh, I don't disagree with you there, Marquez. In fact, I have another helper who's probably going to be joining me the next time around, named Caveman, who's been around my channel for a long time. The real issue genuinely has more to do with logistics. You need people that you know are going to be around every single time, or as much as they can when you need them to. And
I work from home, so I am always here, basically.
and Caveman's the same way.
Mm-hmm.
So, you know, that's the big issue. But we are not inviting anybody else to play on the map right now. Just me and Sharko, and then Caveman will be joining us.
We might have a dedicated server at some point, but
Maybe. We discussed that earlier, though, and
as of right now, there's no plans in making one. It's just,
right.
it's a possibility.
And making sure you have all the mods that you need, because some of these mods are not openly available to the public.
Yeah.
So
That too.
that becomes a little bit of a problem also.
Mm-hmm.
This field is not producing very much in the way of barley. I've only got 76,000 liters.
Really?
Yep.
You know what? We actually might be done this field before the end of the stream, because at 3:30, we just started harvesting the field.
Yeah, we'll be done by the end. It's going to be close.
Yeah. So we're gonna get like what, 200 liters off this field?
We're going to get about 140.
Oh. Yeah, because we're about halfway done the field right now. How much of the contract have we completed?
Just a boot.
You're gonna make fun of my Canadian accent, are you?
Let's see. Man, there aren't many contracts available at the moment either. Field 41 cultivating contract. That's
Wow, there was a lot. There was a lot of fields.
well, I bumped up time. This is going to
Yeah.
oh good. Sally's mill is close to here, so at least it's not a long trek to get rid of this stuff.
You should add the John Deere electric tractor that you can pull a load very fast too. I do like electric tractors.
Yep, I've got 81,000 liters in this trailer, and It's only at 1%. This trailer will hold 7 million liters.
You kind of need it on a map like this.
On big maps like this, you need big equipment. And I will throw out there right here and now that this trailer has the Harvest World logo on the side, and that is courtesy of Beck's Modding. Beck's, I told her logo needs to be bigger, better, faster, more. Because that's what her mods end up being. Bigger, better, and faster. I'll bet that little harvester following you around, Sharko, is at about 600,000 liters of straw already.
It looks like I'm saying it's going to be 25% full. Just from what I can see, it looks like that.
No, then maybe 300, 400,000 liters of straw, something like that. I don't
That's what it
remember
looks
exactly
like.
how much it holds.
If it can hold 1 million, that's what I'd say it's around.
I think it's over 1 million.
Oh, so maybe then, I don't know.
And we're not doing this with everything. Just certain select mods have supersized capacities on them. I think
Anything that's storage, really, like the trailers need to be, because otherwise you're making trips constantly.
Yeah, and that's no good for a stream.
Well, we'd have to have 3 people just doing trailers, otherwise the time it takes you to go and dump the trailer and come back, I'd be full already.
Oh yeah.
So
Which is kind of the intent, really. I mean, that's in the real world, that's the way it would work.
mhm.
You know, if you've ever seen a big field, which I'm sure you have.
Mhm. Well, if you actually hire workers and workers would go dump themselves in your silo, then that'd be incredible. So,
Hey,
Master Logan.
this
Yeah.
Marquez Rios is right up your alley, Sharko. Sharko
I
loves
was
the
talking about that,
electric
yeah.
vehicles.
Uh-huh.
He's a big Tesla fan too. He loves electric.
Yes, yes I do. I do plan on living off the grid with solar panels powering my internet and house and everything, and having an electric vehicle that plug into the house.
Oh, how are you going to live off the grid and have internet? That's a contradiction.
Starlink.
You're back on the grid.
What we mean? Okay, yeah, right there. When I mean off the grid, I just mean not connected to the power grid. That's
Oh,
what basically I mean when off the grid. I want to be reliant on myself. I'll have internet, but I don't want to like rely on it, kind of thing. Like rely on the
right. I know what
grid
you
for
mean.
power.
I know what
Yeah.
you mean. I might need to install a few more interesting mods for this playthrough too.
I just wish the in-game work helpers were useful, because if they were, I think we could, yeah, you could easily set up workers to come with trailers that will automatically like drive beside you, and when they're full to go to your silo or something. I think that'd be fun, cool.
The problem comes when, like, you're using modded silos. I was just trying to set up courseplay to do that, and I had a modded silo, and it confused the helper to. I mean, the helper was. I would tell it exactly where to dump, and it would stop 50 feet away and dump on the ground.
I see. Yeah, I'm not saying it'd be easy to code, but that'd just be a really great thing in the game.
Yeah, Master Logan. The console players don't always get access to everything. Although there have been some bigger things that have been coming out for consoles lately. Eureka, what is it? Eureka Farms has all those really big implements and tools on it. I think that's the one. I'm pretty sure that's the one that has the unrealistic.
Yeah, I think so too. Yeah. Well, the only thing that's really unrealistic is the trailer. Everything, like all the harvesters are proper sized.
Oh, I'd swear I saw a baler that was picking up like 4 rows at a time.
Oh, in that farm, yeah, I was talking about on this server, we don't have anything big like that.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Although I was thinking that maybe sometime, maybe even like the next map for the stream, we do like some seriously just ridiculous farming.
You can do that.
Like, so far out of the box unrealistic, it's just insane. Either that or we go full blown old school.
Yeah, like 1 acre fields.
Yeah, 1 acre fields, nothing over 70 horsepower.
That would be a cool stream too, I think.
Although then we start infringing on Mouse's territory because he does a lot of old school equipment.
Oh, then that's fair too. What does the stream want? What do you guys want in chat?
No, we're always open to suggestions.
I mean, they're the ones that created the That's wrong. I did tell you to do hard difficulty, but they are the ones that set the challenge for this map.
Ah, there were plenty of people who set challenges or helped in setting the challenges. There was Kevin and Mr. Patch and, gosh, a bunch of guys that were throwing out suggestions.
Now says he's not bothered.
I didn't think he would be. He's a supremely laid-back guy, but I like to be considerate. That's who I am, as much as I can be. Oops. Wrong key, Harv. Wrong key.
Kevin's in the stream. Hello, Kevin.
Oh, there's Kevin. Hey, how you doing, man? I was telling everybody earlier, I know this is a different time, but I intended to do this and it kind of lost track of it, but I get at least one of my streams every week at an earlier time because while 40% of my audience is from the US, that means 60% is from abroad. So this time slot gives the European viewers a little better opportunity to join in. Although I'll tell you, this one's not been the most exciting, but we weren't really prepared for it. And you can hear.
Not doing too bad though.
No, we're good. We're doing good.
Well, can you hear my roommate?
Oh yeah, we can hear her.
I guess that's the problem with these new headsets. The mic's a lot more sensitive.
No, it's all good. It's not like overbearing or anything. Just every once in a while, she
You just kind of hear a slight laugh.
yeah, or whoever she's talking to on the phone or whatever, she's yelling at the TV. Don't marry that guy. He's a douchebag.
As long as it's not loud, I think it doesn't matter.
Nah, it's not loud.
I was thinking about building a whole setup in a different room.
But how are you doing, Kevin? Are you feeling better? I hope so. Yeah, my tractor is definitely going to be due for some maintenance after this is done. It's gotten a good workout today, though. But hey.
That it has. It's planted 2 fields. No, 3 fields. It's planted 3 fields.
This is the Fendt 1050 Vario. It can handle anything. It is the tractor of all tractors. At least as far as I'm concerned. Oh, a nice old Russian silo that looks like the silo from Slovak Village. That's interesting. You don't find much in the way of old silos, and I wish there were more options there.
Favorite tractor is the Veltra.
Well, that's good to hear, Kevin. Good to hear. And I'd be remiss if I didn't say, how's Karen? I hope she's doing well also. We don't hear from Karen much anymore, but I do remember.
Be cool if we saw both of them in stream at the same time.
Well, what was funny was when I told that little story on Chellington Valley about meeting Kevin and Karen in Maxwell's Pub. They both appeared and commented on the same video, so that was that was kind of fun. And that's a good point too, Marquez. Having a low loader and a truck to move equipment around does make a big difference. You're absolutely right there. I just haven't had the money to set up any kind of thing like that yet. I started with only $500,000 and no equipment,
I mean, if you really
and
want to get
no
money,
fields.
we can just sell a bunch of wood chips if you really wanted to make money fast.
Yeah, but that would kind of, I mean, you're the one who said the first time I sold wood chips, you're like, and that's the last time you can do that. Because it's too easy.
I don't know, what was it, almost a farm? I think it was almost a farm.
No, it was on this map.
No, I think it was almost a farm I did it on, actually. Or it was another, it was
No,
not this map at all.
yes it was, because
Was it?
when
Oh.
those two fields you were asking about today, I chopped all the trees into wood chips to merge them, and I went and so it turned into like 450,000 liters of wood chips, and I went over and sold them for $500,000. And you're like, that's the last time you can do that on this map.
Yeah, so I need to sell a bunch of wood chips just to be able to buy myself a tractor.
That's true, Master Logan. Trees do make a lot of money.
Even the base game, they do. They're just tedious.
Unless you're on a Cazz map and you can just wood chip them, and they pay as well, if not better, than actually turning in the
So
timber.
yeah, wood chips in the base game are not worth it at all.
See, and that's...
You have to buy more equipment to even do it.
Oh, good, Kevin. I'm glad to hear everything's getting sorted out for you. Very happy to hear that. And I'm glad to hear Karen's doing well also.
I'm gonna post the links to the merch one last time.
But see,
before the stream's
I think
over.
that's one of the things where Giants is a little bit short-sighted, because I think wood chips could be used in a lot of different ways to make them a more viable thing to make. Like, they could easily be animal bedding. Why
Animal
does it
bedding.
always have to be straw?
Yeah, that's true. Actually, I know this isn't necessarily a big thing on bigger farmers' fields, but I do know it's used common up here for gardens. Putting wood chips on the ground. Like you put your seeds in and you put wood chips over top of them
Yeah.
and protect them. Now, obviously, maybe big fields that wouldn't necessarily make sense, but
Well, you can buy wood mulch, put that on your flower beds.
well, yeah, that too. But during the winter, like if you actually have a garden, you put your seeds in the ground beforehand and you put the
Oh, yeah,
things
yeah,
down
yeah.
and they'll grow through it, but it protects them during the winter, so even frost won't hurt them
Well, to be
as much.
that's absolutely true, Marquez, but this map is being done as a challenge. So I was starting on hard mode intentionally, because that's what the viewers wanted to see, was me build up from nothing. This map, it's in the title, and actually links to it are in the video description. It's called Island Life, and it's by Cazz64.
PC only.
It's only for PC though. And just to give you a rough idea of what it looks like, right there's the map version itself. You can see, I mean, there's a well over 100 fields, and it's massive. It's a 16 times map, and not only that, but you can also buy the water, and then you can build your own fields out in these water spots if you want to. So this map really does provide a lot of options.
Mm-hmm.
Lots of options.
And a lot of small fields too, which is nice.
I mean, if I wanted easy money, Marquez, I have easy development controls installed. I could give myself $900 million in about 5 seconds if I wanted to. But that takes the fun out of it. The challenge is building your own stuff and starting with no money and seeing if you can make it. At least that's the fun for me.
Hmm.
You own everything on Ravenport. Wow. I have to say, I forced my way through Ravenport, but I got bored with it pretty quick and decided to move on. Well, that's when I discovered mods, and once I discovered mods, it was off to the races.
Yeah, basically, I know I haven't played on the base maps in quite some time. Actually, that's wrong. I do play on the Alpines one, but
But see, the problem with starting the game and you don't know anything about it, and that's where I was about a year ago. I knew nothing about farm sim or how anything operates or about silage or BGAs or any of that. The game doesn't teach you that stuff. None of it. You're left to your own devices. I played, dozens of hours on Ravenport and was barely making any money. I was slowly getting ahead by doing contracts, but not very quick. And that's when I started watching YouTube because I was not a YouTube watcher either. Not at all. And I found Mr. Sealy P and learned a lot from him.
I know when I first started, I was the same way. I didn't know that you could like do all the extra things to get money, so I was just selling wheat, trying to get money, and not making straw because I didn't know straw was a thing.
Right.
I eventually found out, and I just thought it was a mess because I didn't realize you could use a baler to bale it.
That's a good point. Also, Juicy. Um,
Hmm.
and actually, I mean, I don't know if this is available on console or not, but somebody just put out a test map. I think they literally call it like mod test map or something like that. That's actually very good. It's pre-set up with everything you would need to test just about anything you want. I just tried it the other day when I did the video for Caveman's Trailers. And I'll throw this back out there again too since I'm talking about it, but when I did the video for Caveman's Trailers, I did that on that mod test map. And I like it. I think I'm going to be using it to do a lot more testing in the future. So if you haven't given it a shot, take a look at it. It's very, very helpful. And just to let everybody know, if you didn't hear earlier, Caveman's Trailers did not pass the initial round of testing for Giants. However, they did send him a very nice, comprehensive list of things he needs to fix. It was actually very well detailed. I was quite impressed by how helpful they were, and he has been working diligently to either learn what he needs to learn to get that sorted out, or to just flat out fix them. Now we're going to have that loading problem again. I don't see anything pouring in, do you?
Nope, you stopped.
Yeah.
Nope. 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 I'm seeing the texture for it.
And yeah, Marquez also, you're absolutely right. You can always edit the XML file to add more money too. That's a possibility.
We are playing on a local server. So.
Well, hello, Cherie Ireland. Welcome to Harv's World. Glad for you to comment. I appreciate that. Yeah, you're absolutely right. I mean, it would benefit newcomers too if they want to get their feet wet on different aspects of the game. It's pre-set up. New farmer, you own absolutely everything, and there's tons and tons of equipment there. So if you just wanted to play with some equipment, get a feel for bigger equipment or doing animals or anything, it does provide a lot of options. So that's a great point. I'm glad you brought that up. Thank you.
Is this the first time you're using this tractor, Harv?
What's that?
Or this harvest? How long have you had this harvester? It was just last stream you bought it, wasn't it?
I just bought it the last stream. I think I used it one time to harvest coffee.
I was gonna say 'cause it has only 1.2 hours on it. Your almost some trailers can hold infinite amounts of stuff, and that's amazing. But have you ever played World longer than? I heard of that game. Um,
Oh, okay.
oh, that's who it is.
Gotcha. Cherie, Ireland. There we go. Now I've got you cornered. You're the young lady from Australia. I've got a good Australian following. I have to say, I do have a lot
You
of
do.
Aussies who follow Harv's World,
And a few Canadians, eh?
and a few Canadians. Good day, eh? Take off, you hoser.
All the
Oh,
weather on this map's great, eh?
War Thunder. That's what Marquez was talking. We were talking about War Thunder quite a bit earlier, and it
I
does.
think he was
I
there with
I
us. Yeah.
haven't had a chance to play it yet, but I definitely would like to. I run out of time, man. I spend so much.
Videos aren't instant.
Yeah, I spend so
They take
much
a long
time
time.
working for the channel. Um, making videos and researching and all kinds of different stuff that I don't have time to do anything extra anymore these days very much. I haven't just sat down and played a video game to play a video game in weeks.
That's what the streams are, kind of.
Yeah, and that's why I started doing the streams was because it gives me an opportunity to just play a little bit more casually and get a chance to chat with you fine folks.
We actually are running past 4 o'clock. But
Oh, are we?
yeah,
Well, if you don't mind, we might as well just finish up this field and then we'll
that's what I
call
was
it a
thinking.
day.
Just finishing up the field. Yeah. There's the choo-choo train. That you got destroyed by. I think it's that one.
Hey,
Don't remember which one. Oh
there's
no, it wasn't. It's the other one.
there's Concept joining us too. Hey, bud, how you doing, man? I was off. I said 140,000 liters. We're at 162, so we're probably going to end up about 180, 190.
But it was close when I said 200. I just guessed, and some of my guesses seem to always be decently close.
You should see how filthy this trailer has gotten over the course of this field.
I know. I'm looking at it. It was spotless.
It was
Spotless.
perfectly clean. Well, you're my
I
helper.
know.
You have to go clean all the equipment when we're done.
I mean, that is my job. That's what I get paid to do. Even though I'm not getting paid to do anything, but the guy who's just driving the tractor behind me is getting paid more than I am.
Yeah, he probably is.
All he's doing is just driving behind me. How hard is that?
Oh, in War Thunder, you have to have like a good way to triangulate. You have to understand triangulation to.
No, not really.
I'm just commenting
But
on what
yeah, I know. I'm reading
Cherie
that. Yeah.
said.
Later game you do. Yes, later game you definitely have to. But if you're like just want to play around with like old planes, you don't really have to.
It can be a little bit funky sometimes sorting things out in a 3D environment. It gets really weird
Yeah.
in space games sometimes too, which Sharko knows more about than probably most anybody here right now. Sharko's a
No,
big space game junkie.
that too. Space game, space in general. I'm really sci-fi, I guess you could say, because electric cars would be sci-fi, space is sci-fi. I like sci-fi and nature.
I
I'm a
keep
very weird individual.
I keep hearing everybody tell me how fun War Thunder is. I'm definitely going to have to check it out. And if I'm not mistaken, it's free to play too, right? Is War Thunder 3? Is War Thunder
Yes,
free? I thought
yes,
so.
yes, it is. Yeah. And you can also play in VR too. It's fun. It's fun in VR.
I'd probably end up with a headache. I don't even like watching
Yeah.
3D movies.
No, you're right there. It is. It does get you kind of motion sickness.
I have to say,
Yeah.
this has been a very good afternoon stream. Lots of great audience participation, good conversation. It's been fun.
Kind of turns into a War Thunder stream. Talk about War Thunder stream.
Cherie's asking, have you played Cyberpunk, Sharko? Have you gotten into that at all?
I was going to, but then I heard it was really buggy, and I just haven't. But I definitely thought about it.
I'm very much the kind of person that waits for a while. One, for the price to come down, and two, just to let them work out any issues.
You know what's fun? Is I have a VR and I have Google Earth, which actually like moved. You can walk to any place and go to full like real scale. Well, I went to the top of a very tall building, which is the CN Tower in Canada. And you can walk off the building, but like it looks like you're actually gonna walk off, but you don't. You just sit there like you're walking on nothing. And I mean, I put my grandma, got her to wear it.
Oh, you torturous fool, you.
I told her it's not actually there. I didn't like push her or anything, but I just let her put it on as she was standing on the edge. She goes, "That's terrifying."
Have you ever messed around with Universe Sandbox?
I actually don't have the game. I should though.
Have you looked at it at all?
I know what it is. I just don't have it.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's right up your alley. I'm surprised. You can actually create your own universe and stuff like that.
I was gonna say I have 90 games already installed. I don't think I need more.
Installed?
Even though I will install more. Oh, installed.
We've got...
I used.
Go ahead.
I was gonna say I have 2 terabytes full of games.
Dude, seriously. We have almost 700,000 liters of straw.
Like, oh, did you just check?
Yeah, I just checked. It's like 680,000 liters of straw.
That's a lot of straw. Wait, how much did you say we have straw?
You remember my big field on Pineapple Bay?
Yes.
That field I planted with wheat, and I got over 900,000 liters of straw off of that thing. It was ridiculous.
Right now it's $46 for straw. I think that's straw. Straw the last one, or straw the middle one? I can never remember.
Oh, that's interesting, Marquez. So there's something you can put on your feet that helps reduce motion sickness and dizziness? I've never even heard of such a thing before.
Yeah. So I'm surprised. I never heard that either. That's something I should know about. Huh. I mean, I do know that a lot of games will have a motion, like when you're in VR, it removes a lot of like the motion effects. And like will blur the outside of your vision, so you don't get blurry when there is a lot of movement.
All right, Cherie, we'll really appreciate you dropping in. Much appreciated. We'll talk to you later. We're just about to wrap up as it is. One more pass down this field and we will be done. Although I'm interested to see how much barley we'll have left over.
I am curious too.
And this is going to... Oh wait, where did I say that was going to?
I just realized something, Harv.
Sally's Mill.
Why don't you just drive your harvester to the sell point and dump it there?
I'm not sure it'll work. It won't work it won't work in a silo.
Oh well, no. Oh, okay then. If it won't work into a silo, then it won't work into a sell point.
Oh yes.
I don't know if you tried that or
Sally's
not.
Mill's not far from here.
I was gonna say you can go and sell it now, Harv.
Yeah.
I have enough storage for the rest.
Yeah, Marquez. No, we'll just finish it up and then I'll know exactly how much I have left. Yeah, we have Super Chat is turned on. You should see the little icon down there at the bottom of the chat window.
Ooh, Beck's been lurking.
Hey Bex, how are you doing? Well, Mouse has been around, so if Mouse is around, Bex isn't far behind.
What time is it though in Australia right now?
Well, it's 4
It's
o'clock.
early morning.
No, it's not that
8.
early.
Yeah.
Yeah, 8 a.m. I mean,
I was gonna say if you're around 8.
uh,
I think I'm not. I don't know. I'm just assuming it'd be around 8.
$100, bud, really? And it won't go through automatically. Well, I don't know why that would be, but if you popped $100, man, I can't say thank you enough. That is impressive and the most anybody has ever donated. So thank you very much for that. Maybe it's because I'm too new. I haven't been monetized for very long.
I haven't seen it come through either.
Oh, so it's only 7:45. I will not be
Oh,
able to run with
oh,
you.
she's a half an hour. Oh, that's different. Yeah, I guess I can bring my
You can bring your pipe in.
I tried getting it so I'd actually be over the field. Whoa, there goes the train.
I'm kind of a train junkie. I like maps that have good trains on it. That's one of the things I like about Chellington Valley is it has 2 different trains, and one of them is an old steam locomotive.
Yeah, I love that.
Oh yeah.
Oh, so then you'd like to say that I'm actually designing a train set that you could buy from my web store? That won't be up for a while, but that is a thing in the process.
Oh really? That's interesting.
It's an RC. That won't be up for quite some time though, because there's a lot I have to prove out with it, just like the plane. But that is something I am working on.
And I have been lax in saying that not only does Sharko 3D print merch for Harv's World, he also 3D prints plenty of other stuff.
Not too much on there right now, but there definitely will be in the coming months.
And yeah,
Quite a bit.
Marquez, Charco was driving the train earlier today. We were going to try to use it to sell some stuff, and then it didn't work out, but
Well, someone decided to fast forward time for the stream.
well, you got to do what you got to do.
That's true. Well, the tractor's the harvester's starting to slow down a little bit.
Yeah, it probably needs
Jumping in
maintenance.
between. Yeah, it's jumping in between 10 kilometers and 9 kilometers per hour, which is 6. I was going to say 6 for you. It might be jumping between 5 and 6. The worst thing though is I don't have switch to trains turned on, so if I want to get into a train, I have to stand on the track. Wait for it to hit me.
Yeah, I don't have it turned on in the settings.
It's so annoying when you're switching between tractors, and it stops the train and stop it on the road. And
Although I should probably just turn it on because I don't tab through vehicles much anymore.
yeah, you use the map.
Nah, my tractor won't break down for a long time. It's not even at 50% yet.
You can drive a broken tractor. It still works.
Now, Master Logan likes the forestry.
Forestry's fun. I mean,
It can
Harvard
be.
know a lot about forestry.
Yeah, my off the grid series, literally, if I look at my map statistics, I have harvested over 3,000 trees.
I wonder if that counts the tree maverick or not.
It does not.
Or the treks, I mean.
I tested it.
Does
It
it
does not.
Okay. Wow.
If you put the
Says-
treks in there, it's probably closer to about 7,000. And
Oh, it is just right around the corner.
probably, I don't know, 60% or more of the
Stay still, I'm trying to drive up beside you.
70% of the map still has trees all over it.
Yeah, it's a lot.
I'll tell you, Master Logan, it takes a lot of practice to get good at tree harvesting.
That it does. That it does. I mean, I'm really good at moving trees.
Yes, Sharko is amazing when it comes to moving trees.
Cutting the trees down though, I'm not very good at.
Now, Caveman is good at the harvesting part of it. You're good at the loading. I'm good at watching you guys do those things. I'm good at using auto load. That's what my best skill is. Auto load log trailers.
Why can't I? That's interesting. I couldn't turn off my header. Oh, that's interesting.
Man, I can't tell you, Sharko, how much better you sound with that new headset.
Oh, that's good. Cost me an arm and a leg.
Hey, Tank, welcome back. Yeah, we're not too far from wrapping up here. We ran a little bit longer than we planned to, but just wanted to get this contract complete. So, figured
Only
we
took
might
us
as
an
well
extra
stick
20
around.
minutes.
Yeah, not bad.
Remember, don't sell all of it.
No, trust me. I've done a few hundred harvest contracts, especially on Chellington. Oh man, my life has been lived doing contracts on Chellington.
I bet.
That was super start from scratch. No money, no equipment, no land, no nothing.
That's literally starting from scratch.
And in the hospital, no less.
Yep. Hospital bills. Those can't be fun.
Yeah, I still have. Man, it was. I mean, it was start from scratch. No money, no equipment, no fields, and $2,500 or 2,500 pounds, I should say, 2,500 quid in interest every day.
I don't know what hospital's bills are like.
Marquez, I absolutely positively agree with you. There are some boat mods out there, but they're only good on certain maps that have been designed to use them. Because I could really use a boat mod on my Off the Grid series.
Ooh, yeah.
But the water is too deep. I tried them, they don't work because the water is far too deep.
Oh, is it really?
Yep. Okay, contract complete. I have 41,000 liters of barley left, and I've made $3,000. And you just collected on the contract.
Well, the field's finished, so.
No, it's fine.
It'd be stupid though if it wasn't finished. I've done that before. Where I'm like, okay, I'm done harvesting, and I complete the contract, thinking like I need to collect the money, not realizing that you can't harvest the field anymore.
Are you asking about the next stream, Marquez? We are probably, well, I always stream on Saturdays. Saturday evenings are my primary time, which is 8 p.m., no, 7:30 p.m. U.S. Eastern time. But I am going to switch the Wednesday stream to afternoons. So I only stream twice a week. Wednesdays and Saturdays. And for the time being, the Wednesday stream will be at 2 p.m. For the sake of my European audience.
I think you need to fix your old harvester. It's running at like 2 miles an hour.
Kevin, Caveman's trailers did not pass the initial round of testing. He is working hard to get the errors sorted out. Giants did give him a very good, very comprehensive list of things that he needs to correct. And some of it he knows how to do, some of it he doesn't know how to do, and so he's been working hard, as Sharko can testify, to learn what he needs to learn to get those trailers completed and back up to Giants for testing for a second round. So I hope he sticks with it, because I think they're going to be a good addition, and I like the things that he's done with them, especially that sliding axle was a brilliant move on his part. In fact, maybe we should have kept that a secret until he got it
Mm.
passed, but as is, they are very playable. If he wanted to release them privately, he could, but he really wants to get them up on Mod Hub and make sure they're available for the console players to use also.
Mhm.
And he's also working on other variants of those too, like basically taking the same frame but then adding a tanker to it for a liquids trailer, and I think he wants to do probably a small. Um, oh, I needed to put this into my. I'm just dumping
I just had,
all this
so I
barley
just
right
had a
into
really good merch.
moonshine.
I had a really good merch idea, then I realized I couldn't really do it. Was have like a keychain thing, but like your Fent. Whereas I can't do that because I don't have the legal rights to Fent.
Nope, you can't use brand names.
Nope.
There we go, 41,000 liters of barley. So the first phase of moonshine production is complete. I should probably like put some trees around that so it's, you know, the camouflage is.
So the two expensive ones were the exact same.
The two expensive what were the exact same?
Tree harvesters. The small one's not good enough because most trees are big, and you won't be able to cut them.
Yeah. You need to go
It
with
just becomes more
the
of a pain.
full-size ones. Let's see. What are our tree harvester options? And then we're going to call it. That's a mod. Either the Komatsu or the Ponzi. Or Ponzi.
Ponzi. Yeah.
Either of those work just as well. But they are very expensive.
They are very expensive. The Sampo is not very good.
No, it's not very good at all.
I mean, if you plant trees and they're all small, then it's not terrible. But the problem is it cannot cut big trees at all. So you'll have to go through with the chainsaw.
Appreciate that, Bex. Thank you. My apologies. Wait, no. I did share a link to the office Facebook. I did. I promise you I did. It was one of the things I was scrambling to get done before the stream started. So I don't know what happened.
I mean, Harvey also tried. Remember posted the mods for this, so I could download them.
No,
I wonder if
this one I know I did because I tried it on my phone and I couldn't get it sorted on my phone, so I came back up here to my computer and did the sharing. I don't know what happened, but thank you, Bex.
The thing was,
much appreciated.
I'm pretty sure though, you did post the mods. Like, I'm pretty sure you did too, and they weren't there.
Yeah,
so.
I don't know what happened. Oh well. Anyway. It's been a lot of fun, guys. This has actually been a great stream, and definitely going to be doing this time slot on Wednesdays from now on, 2 p.m. on Wednesdays, as long as I can, until I get a job. I do have an interview coming up, fingers crossed. But anyway, this is Harv, that's Sharko. Really appreciate you all coming along for the ride. Let me make sure I've got all my technical mumbo-jumbo up here. Yeah, I thought so, Bex. Say goodbye, Sharko.
Bye, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed the stream, and see you next time.
Yep, very much appreciate it. You all take care, and we'll see you next time.